Hello!
大家好, apa khabar? Welcome to Epic Arcade.
Welcome to another episode of the Epic Arcade Podcast. As you can see, Afiq is not here, so he's being replaced by Ditto. Unfortunately, Ditto is not up to transform into Afiq.
I mean, same sort of face. So, like, you know.
I'm not going to say shit. So, on this week's episode, we will be talking about Steam's NextFest.
Yes.
So, every once in a while, it comes a event on Steam where you just open up and you feel like a kid in the candy store. At least that's how I feel like, right? It's like, hey, Nick, Aboya, what you want to buy? And then you just scroll through the entire Steam store. It's like so many demos. Like, I don't know what I want.
I know, right? Like, scanning through, there's like thousands of games on there.
So many.
And it's like, scrolling through to find what you want is such a chore. But it's like going through, what do you call it?
What you call it?
It's like when you go on Netflix and you just scroll for like an hour trying to figure out what to watch.
How I saw it is like when you're hungry and you go and grab and you're just doom scrolling. Yes. Like, what do I want? What do I want? And then you get your like 5th Mac Deluxe or something like that. Yeah.
And the fact that you said, okay, we're gonna do 4 games. I'm like, how to choose just 4 out of all this?
Because that's another chore. I was scrolling through and my palette for video games, just like films and music, is like a wide spectrum, except for horror, you know.
Yes,
right?
Of course.
Right. But when it comes to the Steam NextFest, bro, I was literally just doom scrolling. Oh, this one looks cute. Let's download and play. Yeah. This one looks nice. Let's download and play. Because every game is like a few hundred MB. Yes. And like the bigger ones are like 1-2 GB max.
Yeah. So at most you'll be waiting maybe 2 minutes to install it and then go. Yeah. So it's like there's so many games, but so many to choose from. But
so many games, so little time.
We have narrowed it down to 4. I mean, we haven't seen all of the games, but the ones that sort of stuck out to us. But just before that, for maybe these are new gamers who are listening or old gamers or people who don't know, what exactly is the Steam NextFest?
Steam NextFest is basically, I mean, I don't know what Steam NextFest is, but to my understanding, it's basically a catalog of upcoming games that people would be interested at. Usually the games that are featured on Steam NextFest are either done by a very small studio or like an indie developer. And I would say majority of them are just indie games.
Yes.
Right?
Like the big AAA games are not going to be there.
Yep.
Because of course, that one needs to make more money. They're not going to do a demo for that, for the NextFest.
I would like to say, to a certain extent, it's like a palate cleanser to the thousands and millions of video games out there.
And also it's an opportunity to find perhaps a hidden gem that might be successful in a year's time.
Exactly.
You'll be like, oh, I played this and now it's an award-winning game.
My question for you is, how many games you've downloaded?
I've downloaded about 10. I've played about 6.
Okay. Yeah. More or less the same also. Yeah, about 10-ish.
Yeah.
10, 9, 11.
Yeah.
But I played about 6 as well.
Yeah.
So on my list, just so you guys know, as housekeeping, Nick don't know the games that I have.
Yes.
And I don't know the games that you have.
You only know one game that I've played.
I probably forgot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about it before the
Right.
recording.
Okay, yeah, that one.
Unless you've got a memory of a goldfish.
No, I have a memory of Ikan Bilis probably.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah, same.
Anyways, after the break, we will be highlighting four games.
4 games.
4 games, and the rest we'll just chuck it into honorable mentions because unfortunately there were thousands of games on the NextFest, but we have time limit. So
we have lives. Kinda.
3, 2, 1. All right, man.
So, who wants to start first? Do you want to go first?
I have a full list, right?
Okay,
I have a full list. Just full disclosure, my list has action, has cozy game vibes, has indie game vibes. But there's this one game I want to start off with, right? Which is my 4th game. It's this game called He Is Coming.
I'm sorry.
I love how I worded it, but I love the reaction.
He is coming. Okay, here's the thing. The reason why I'm also laughing so hard is I know the amount of weird sex games that Steam has.
So many.
And I was like, what? Okay, this is a different take from Kelvin. This can go very wrong or very well. Let's see which direction it goes with. What is this game?
Every 3 days, a shadow looms. Portents foretell of impending doom.
Yeah, that game is very up your alley.
Yep,
thank goodness it's not the game I envisioned.
When I said the name title, right, he is coming. The look on your face was priceless. I think that's just gonna be the thumbnail of this episode. And
I mean, so you say, here's my first game. He is coming. I'm like, bro, like, give me more context before you say that. At least go. So this is an action RPG. It's a little bit of a horror.
No, he is coming.
He's coming.
He is coming. Right. When I'm looking through all the games on the Steam NextFest, I had one goal in mind.
Yeah.
I want to find games that I can play on my Steam Deck.
Yes.
Right? Which is not AAA intensive. You know, it's not like Spider-Man, it's not GTA. It's something that I can just sit down on the side of a corner in a party and just like, bro, leave me alone. I just want to play my games, man. Right? So I'm gonna say the title again, Nick. Okay, just hold your breath. Okay, hold your laughter. Okay, so he is coming on the back of the box. It's deep in the forgotten corners of the world. A dark forces stir. The Demon King rises once more. Sharpen your wits. Seek out powerful artifacts and stand firm in the face of the apocalypse in this roguelite RPG auto battler. Okay,
like, sorry, from the get go when you showed me the trailer, because we're now seeing the trailers for the first time with each other.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen these trailers. So seeing it, I was like, this is definitely your kind of game.
Oh, definitely.
100%
right?
This is your game.
So the premise of this is like you have 3 days, right?
Yeah.
And the day splits into day and night, day and night, day and night. You will walk around and then you will fight monsters and then you will get loot. And every 3 days, a boss would come. That's why I said he is coming, right? So at day 3, the boss will come and attack you, and then you will fight with whatever you have.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a roguelite, meaning that it encourages you to die and die and die again, so that you can explore more. It's a very in my opinion, just based on the demo I've played, right? It's a very one-handed game because it's just WASD.
Yes.
It's just up, down, left, right.
You don't even need to use your mouse, right? I mean,
no, actually you don't.
Yeah.
You just need to tap enter if you want anything, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very casual, seamless, easy experience for the times where you are just waiting for your queue in line or just waiting for your number. You can just pull it up. I feel that this would be a great game as a mobile game.
Yes, it looks it because it's very easy to play on mobile.
One thing I want to highlight that I really, really want to highlight when I boot up the game, it feels like I'm playing it on like those old boxy TV.
Like
what
DOS?
is it called? Yeah.
Like MS-DOS?
Yeah, like a MS-DOS because it's so lo-fi.
Yes.
I mean that's the only word that is coming up.
It's retro.
So
it's really retro.
Yep. So that's my first game. He is coming.
Now, you know me. I tend to go for the
avant-garde.
Damn it, you beat me to it. Avant-garde games. And let's face it, the NextFest is freaking filled with them. But one piqued my attention. And when I looked at it, I was surprised that it was a Singaporean game.
Oh.
So I'm a bit conflicted.
Okay.
Because, you know, like, it's Singapore.
We love Singapore. We love Singapore, right? Now, Singapore Comic Con, USJ Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore. Calvin loves you. So this is a game called Scarred.
Is that you, Olivia? Everyone's been looking everywhere for you.
It's already too late.
So Scarred essentially is a story about. Oh wait, no. Let me use Calvin's favorite word. So the back of the box of Scarred. See, I'm getting it slowly. I'm like 3 episodes in. I'm getting it. The back of the box says Scarred is a first-person atmospheric horror puzzle game where you must uncover the truth about one of your schoolmates before it's too late. Traverse a world of nightmares inspired by nostalgic Singapore architecture as you fight to survive.
Ooh.
Now, first, the second you go into this game, you know it's Singaporean, 100%.
Like just based on the trailer, the accent is like, hey, I know people that speaks like that.
Yeah, or if not because the first shot is like a pan of a Singapore school. So the second you see it, you're like, Singapore already.
Okay.
So you know already, and the accent as well, Singlish. And also there's one sequence in the demo that I was like, wow, maybe I'm Singaporean, where you have a nightmare of the mother who's yelling at you.
Okay.
why did you only get 93% on your math? You should have gotten 95. And I was like, wow, this damn Singaporean now.
Very Malaysian also.
It's very Malaysian, also. You only scored 93. Why not 95?
With people with Chinese parents, we live with this guilt for the rest of our lives, man, right?
But the vibe of the game reminds me a lot of Silent Hill. It's very atmospheric, down to the music itself is very eerie. It's all at nighttime for some reason in the school, so it's all very eerie as well. It's definitely, there's just some jump scares. But what I love about it is the fact that it feels very local. And that a Singapore production can do something like this. And let's face it, not to say that Malaysia doesn't have great gaming publishers, they do, which we'll get to in a bit. But being at Singapore Comic Con and seeing some of the games that were there by Singapore companies, I'm like, sure, these are rip-off of other games, but you've done your job well. Like, you knew this was a Singapore version of Overcooked or a Singapore version of Inscription. I think that was
Inscription, yes.
Inscription. Although I will say the demo still has some tweaks, which I hope they will get to. First of all is the controller mapping. It was a bit all over the place. I had to remap it myself because to select something is like this triangle button, but then to exit is like the L1 button from the interactive. So it's a bit off, so I had to restructure that. And there was a section where there's a mirror and there was no reflection of me. I don't know whether that is a game thing, like, oh, are we alive? Are we dead? Or whether that's just they haven't done the reflections yet or whatnot. But apart from that, it was pretty solid, that demo. It was very, very creepy, very Singaporean, and I look forward to seeing more of this if they can fix those small tweaks. And also the main character's name is Calvin, so I was like, hey.
Oh no. That's my worst nightmare.
But yeah, that's my first game.
Okay. Second game I have is a game called Spilled. So, Spilled, I was doing some homework on this game called Spilled, right? And it's a very casual, I mean, just based on the trailer
based on the trailer,
right?
it was very casual.
It's a very casual, very indie, I would say, it's not even a side-scroller, it's an isometric, pixelated oil spill simulator, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I really don't know how to categorize this, but for me, it's one of those games where you have a hard day, and you just want to unwind.
Yes.
The music is beautiful.
Yeah.
The visuals are gorgeous. I'm a sucker for pixelated games, and this is perfect.
Yeah, it looks like something that I would play when I just want to de-stress.
Yeah.
And just forget everything.
Exactly.
And not think about what I have to do. It's just, okay, I just need to clear oil. It's like Lake. I don't know if you remember Lake.
No.
It's about this postwoman. Your job is essentially just to deliver posts.
Yes. Okay.
So it's something like that where it's just nice and chill.
Again, it's a lo-fi game.
Yeah.
Right? And I was doing a bit of research, and I found out that Spill was developed by a single developer. Her name, I'm sorry if I botched this, is Lente. Lente. Lente.
Okay.
A Dutch developer who lives on a boat.
Of
Love
course.
it.
Of course.
Right?
Oh, that's nice.
Just based on my hour-long... I played this for like, what, half an hour?
Okay.
I loved it. You pilot a boat. You look for oil spill. You suck up the oil. You bring it back to the recycling station, and then throughout the entire journey, there will be like little collectibles where you see animals get stuck in the oil fill, and you can just suck them up as well. And then it's like, oh, you collected a turtle or you collected a goose. I mean,
okay, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, you probably don't suck them up, but you rescue them.
Okay.
You rescue them. Okay, so that was my second game. Truly enjoyed it. A very, very chill game. It's like listening to Lo-Fi Girl, but a game version.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Now, my second game is moving from Singapore to Malaysia to a game called Sedap.
Like Sedap.
Like Sedap, tasty, Sedap. as you can see, it's like an overcooked version, but in Malaysia. But I feel it's more than just overcooked because you have to hunt for your ingredients as well. So like you have to make say sambal kangkong. So you need to go into the forest and find the chilies.
It's a bit of a survival twist to it as well.
Yes. So there's elements of overcooked and there's also elements of foraging as well. So it gives it a nice new flavor that overcooked didn't. Now, I initially wrote, because starting to play, I was like, oh, this is nice and chill. So I was like, oh, this is much less stressful than Overcooked. So it's like a nice alternative. And then I got to level 4 and I went, fuck this, it's stressful as shit.
It always starts off slow, right?
Because I had to go foraging, then there's a time limit on the food, and I was like, shit, I need... And here's the thing. The chickens run.
Yeah.
So you need to run after the chickens while also like, shit, the rice is still cooking. Fucking chicken. And the worst one is the ginger. The ginger is a fucker.
Why?
The ginger runs too. So,
Okay.
So you have to you collect it and then suddenly a ginger pops out and starts running away because it has feet and legs and a face.
Of course.
And the fucker runs damn fast. I'm like, you motherfucker, can you... See, again, this is why I'm so stressed because it's not just cooking. I have the stress of chasing after these ingredients so that I can cook. And then the timer is running down of freshness of your food. I'm like, you motherfucking ginger, can you just please
I just
work
want
with me?
to add, I love the character design. I love the art style for it. And I love the theme for it. As a Malaysian looking at this, I was like, bro.
No, this...
bangga.
I am proud to be a Malaysian and call this a Malaysian game. Down to the... Everything about it is so local. There is a bit of Thai influence as well because you quote like mango sticky rice. I feel like it's Malaysian, but it's also representative of Southeast Asia because there are Thai elements as well. There's Indonesian elements as well in terms of the dishes. Like so far, I've cooked mango sticky rice, sambal kangkong, teh-o, and pineapple fried rice.
Okay.
So there's that nice mix. But what I love is the music. Because the music is very upbeat gamelan music.
Okay.
Which I really appreciate. I'm like, oh, yes. And then just little pieces here and there. Like,
really
even in the house, you're like, hey, like, you just see little small details that are like, I am very proud to call this a Malaysian game. Out of the 4 on my list, this is my number 1. Like, I cannot wait to buy this and start playing it. And also, I love the recipe book. It's a play on the word, I don't know why, but you know the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead? So here's the Book of Cooking. Can you guess from the word Necronomicon what the recipe book is called?
I can't think of anything.
Makanomicon.
Love it. Love it.
I love it. It is so local. I feel Malaysians, if you're listening to this, please, I beg of you, support this game. Give this game all the love because it truly deserves it. And if you are the makers of this game, watching this, I love it so much. Can you please come on the show? I need to talk to you about it as well. I want to know the inspiration. I want to know the story.
Shit.
I
definitely have to try this out.
I love this game to death now.
I'm going to go on Steam right now.
Like, I initially was just going to play 1 or 2 levels. I got up to 4, and even when I'm stressed, I was like, I want to play more because I want to know what other recipes are in there. That's what drives me as well. And I think will drive locals to keep playing it because it's like, oh, I'm making sambal kangkong now. Am I going to make kuih the next one? What am I making next? That's a local dish.
Okay.
Ada nasi lemak tak? So it's like that. Sedap. Go and find Sedap on the NextFest right now. Play it. You won't be disappointed.
I just did 2 things. I added this game to my wish list and I am downloading the demo now.
Yes, 100%. I praise this game to no end. Now, what is your...
Before that.
Yes.
For the folks at Kopi Forge, which is the developer of Sedap.
Hey, Kopi Forge. Best.
What even? Kopi Forge. Best. Love it. That is going to be the real.
Yes.
That is going to be the real.
Yes. No, I think the real is going to be fucking He is coming. So what's your third game?
My third game is a game called Asgard's Fall. And this is a...
What is up with your game?
Is it me or is it my pronunciation?
I know it's
Asgard.
Asgard. Yeah,
right.
but you went a hard ass. You were like,
this is coming from someone who pronounce Assassin's Creed like as in Okay.
Let's
so
look at the trailer.
Right.
In the grand arena of Midgard, where legends are born, behold, the champion of champions! The fabric of fate trembles at the festival of Horde!
Damn, that
Right.
looks violent. That actually looks like a game that Afik would play as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Right,
it is
Afik? Would
one
you
of
play
the-
this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're familiar with games like Vampire Survival, right? One of the best games on Steam, on mobile, on any other platform you're on. Have you tried Vampire Survival before?
No, I haven't.
It's exactly one of these games, and Vampire Survivor did it so amazingly, right? It's you just run around, you collect, you kill enemies, and then you collect little XP points or like
Yeah.
XP coins, and then you level up, and then you upgrade your character. And after a while, waves and waves, it just gets more overwhelming.
Yeah.
And Asgard's Fall plays along the lines of Vampire Survivor, and on the back of the box, it is embark on an epic saga in Asgard's Fall, a Norse survival-like roguelite. Fight your way through hordes of creatures and let the gods feel your relentless wrath. How will your saga unfold? Right? It's one of those games where you just run around, you kill, you upgrade yourself, and then you just get more. You can hear the cat.
Yeah,
right?
I can hear Collie.
Then you just get crazier and crazier, and the enemies gets crazier and crazier as well. It's I mean, the easiest way I can tell you is like if you're familiar with Vampire Survivor, this is definitely something along the lines of that as well. And if you are a fan or someone who plays Vampire Survivor and like Nordic mythology, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that looks like a game I would play as well.
The music, the graphics, those two itself already sold it to me. You saw the trailer, right?
Because it gives me a lot of vibes of a game called Texasist, Broforce.
Yep,
Like
yep.
just all out violence
Yep.
and stuff, and it's just a damn good time.
It's just chaos, man.
Now, my third game is a little game that I was pleasantly surprised by, called Curiosity. Now, this game, straight off the bat, I would call a mix between this game called Getting Over It. Do you remember that game? And Stray. Back of the box. Once I open up the back of the box, give me 1 second.
It's the law.
Curiosity. There we go. So the back of the box is very simple. Leap and climb through a perilous labyrinth of obstacles, all to find your way back home. Now, first of all, the comparison to Stray will be there because the dynamics of it feels very much like Stray, except this is what I wanted Stray to be, in the sense of it's more open world.
Yeah.
Like I can run around wherever I wanted to, jump on whatever I want, not like Stray where it's a very fixed path.
Yep.
Which I'm hoping Stray 2 make it open world, please. That's what we want.
Can you imagine if they make a game like Stray
Yeah.
and Flow?
Oh, yes.
That would be beautiful, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, with these cat games, we only want to do one thing. Just be a cat. We don't really care about
just
the
be a
missions.
cat, yeah.
We just want to be a cat and knock shit over. But this game, it's the comparison to Stray is that, but the comparison to Getting Over It is the fact that your objective of this game is to climb to the top of this structure to get your treats. But it is fucking frustrating as all hell because, you know,
It's
when
one of those games where you fall, you
have to
lose-
start from the beginning
right,
again.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and it didn't help that. Oh, excuse me. It didn't help that, which I hope they fixed in the full game, is the sensitivity of the mouse and the game controller. Like, you know, usually sometimes we'll push it, the right joystick all the way to the right, and it slowly pans and whatnot. This one, macam a little bit only. Boom! I'm like, hey, calm down, the camera,
Okay,
calm down.
okay.
And it's tough because the left joystick, which controls the cat, moves at a nice, smooth pace. But then when I just tilt it a little bit, the whole camera goes wonky and I have to readjust.
Right.
And it's difficult when you are climbing things.
Yep.
And you're like, I need to just slightly turn to the right when I jump.
Maybe it's developed purposefully so that it's a lot harder for you to achieve what you're supposed to get to.
Maybe, but it gets frustrating very quickly right from the start. That's the problem. If it gradually gets worse, okay, but right from the start already, even just doing the simple tutorial was tough for me because of these sensitivity issue. And also, the graphics, I hope they improve it a bit because this could be a good, nice competitor to Stray. It's frustrating, but it's more of what we wanted in Stray in terms of just being a cat.
Right.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to see where it will go. And the fact that it's also, there's no real story except for that getting over it, it's very accessible for a lot of people to get into.
Okay.
So that's curiosity.
The final game I have is called Rainbreaker. So on the back of the box, Rainbreaker is a high-octane action roguelike set in a dystopian medieval punk world. Step into the boots of Clef, a fearless rebel ready to rid the world of the kingdom's oppression, take down the elite, and lay siege to the Queen's grand bastion.
Honestly, after you showed me that trailer, I want to play the shit out of this game. The music is like hard rock and shit, and
Just
it's violent.
The demo itself is 20 GB.
Fuck.
Right? And I admit, fans of the show knows that I'm a huge fan of Hades.
Yeah.
Right? Those side-scroller isometric. Hades was perfect for me. It was my game of the year 2 years ago, and I still play it today.
Yeah.
Hades 2 was fantastic. I'm waiting for the full release itself. Rainbreaker plays on the same vibe as well. There are things that I dislike. The voice acting can be a lot better. The tutorial was not there to even begin with, so you have to figure out a lot of things by yourself. It took me a good 5-10 minutes to actually play, walk around, kill. And then I had to press escape, go to controls, and see what other things I can do with it. You play as Clef.
Okay.
Right? Fantastic character. You have a javelin, and you have to go down levels just to fight the enemies and all. Unlike Hades, this one is a bit more challenging when it comes to understanding your objective.
Yeah.
Because it just says, go there, kill this, right? But the enemies won't spawn. You have to press a button, and then they'll spawn, and then you'll just hit around.
Okay.
Other than that, the music, the graphics, to a certain extent, the VO,
Okay.
the plot, the story, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I downloaded it assuming that it's just going to be a Hades copy, but I was so wrong.
It looks, I love the vibe of the game, like the colors, the graphics, the music, the action, like it all around. It looks like my kind of game as well. Now, continuing that sort of tangent of violent and all that, my last game is a game called Deliver at All Costs.
Oh. I hate
Yep.
that this wasn't recommended to me on Steam. What the hell is that even?
That's
Bro,
my kind of game.
It's like isometric crazy taxi. I love the graphic, I love the theme, I love the timeline for it. And what, you just gotta deliver at all cost, right?
And this is the one game that is kind of made by, like, it's a AAA game in the sense that it's made by Konami.
Okay.
Like all the rest are very indie, but this is Konami, and I was like, oh, let's see what this is. The art of the poster alone, in what's the word for it? Attracted me because it has a very 1950s sort of vibe to it, which it is. But let's get into the back of the box first.
You know what the wallpaper, like the cover reminds me of? L.A. Noire.
Yes.
L.A. Noire,
Yes.
yeah.
So the developer is Studio Far Out Games and the publisher is Konami. And the back of the box is Deliver at All Costs is a thrilling action game where destruction, absurdity, and intrigue collide. Step into the shoes of Winston Green, a down-on-his-luck courier with a fiery temper and a mysterious past, as he delivers highly unconventional cargo, leaving a trail of havoc and chaos behind him. Now, essentially, the name itself says what the game is already.
All I can say is to save your breath, Nick. All I can say is if you watch the trailer and you're not intrigued or a little bit horny for the game, then this game is definitely not for you.
Is this a game that will make you come, Ming?
Slightly.
It is so chaotic that I love it.
It's chaotic is definitely one, but so random as well.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer, you see like
meteorites and stuff
holding onto the truck, and then you got a swordfish, and then you got balloons where you go off a cliff and you kind of float a bit.
It's so random. It's so absurd. It is so much fun.
And I love the destruction, the fact that
everything can be destroyed. Like, everything. The only thing I wish, and I mean, this is the sadistic part of me, that when you hit a person, they don't die.
Yeah.
No, but what they do is they get up and there's an angry face on top of their head like a sim, and they just start chasing after the van and start bashing the van. But this is if you are very angry, this is a game for you because this feels like a rage room, but in a game.
I have to show my brother this game. He would love this game, man.
Because I thought, like, okay, you can destruct some things, maybe some things you can't. Fucking no, every single thing can be
just based on the trailer, you can like crash into buildings and the whole buildings will collapse.
Everything can be destroyed, and it is so much fun.
What is this? Is point A to point B?
There are missions. Basically, it's you do career missions. Like once you finish one, deliver these watermelons to this person.
Okay.
And then the next one, I'm done, boss. What's next? Go and deliver this box to another person. So those are the missions that you have. Whether or not there's a story, I'm not too sure at this point because it's still early on in the development. But from the gameplay alone, I am super excited to play more of this because even if you don't do the missions, the free play mode where you just go around destructing everything.
Mode?
Yeah, if you don't accept the mission, you just do what you want until you're ready.
It's open world in this town.
It is. It is very open world. And the map is
love
relatively big for a game like this. And just the amount of things you can do, the amount of things you can destroy, it is just a whole bag of fun.
Yeah, I just added this to my wish list as well.
Deliver at all costs. I would highly recommend this next to Setup. Next to Setup, this would be my second favorite game out of these four.
Okay. Like I said, I hate that I wasn't recommended this game.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's the thing. So many games. So it's
you get like I don't know about you, but mine has like some indie sex games as well. And
mine has as well.
And then there's like a furry game. And I was like, no. But I get recommended that and
well,
not this.
I mean, when you pick games like He Is Coming, I'm not surprised you get those. But okay, what would you list in terms of number 1 to number 4, the order of your games?
Like the one in my...
Yeah, the one you absolutely must play and the one that's...
I would say Asgard's Fall. Yep. It's definitely something I can foresee myself playing on the Steam Deck. Rainbreaker. He Is Coming. And Spilled.
Mine would be Setup, Deliver at All Costs, Curiosity, and then Scarred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those would be the games for us on NextFest.
And that's all the time we have.
Yes.
You do have a number of games that we don't have the time for, right?
We don't have the time
Let's just throw it out there.
Okay. You go first.
The honorable mentions I have is a game called Toy Battlegrounds. It's a shoot 'em up survival game set in a kid's bedroom. Battle endless wave of toys using a variety of weapons in atmospheric nighttime surroundings. Survive against every enemy types, collect power-ups, and prove your skill in this action-packed toy war.
I like that. That sounds very interesting in itself. Now here's now a problem. I added these things to my wish list. Why are they not showing on my...
You can filter it by recently added.
Oh no, I put it under the discounted one. So yeah, I've removed that. Okay, here we go. So there's a game again, weird shit. There's a game called, where is it? Bad Cheese.
Bad Cheese.
Bad Cheese, like cheese yang teruk. Like from the image alone, it's very much in the art style of, say, Steamboat Willie, and you basically play as this mouse where horrific things happen.
I'm looking at it.
Back of the box, Bad Cheese is a psychological horror inspired by the eerie charm of 1920s animation. Step into the tiny paws of a mouse spending his weekend at home with a dysfunctional dad while mom's away. Be on your best behavior and keep daddy happy.
I can't wait to watch the trailer.
Yeah, and last one, because it is sort of connected to this as well. It's essentially called Steamboat Willie Incident. And it's exactly what you think. It's a horror version of Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie Incident is a 3D horror survival game where you are captured in a steamboat and have to find ways to escape without alerting Willie. That's it.
Okay. That's all the time we have.
That's all the time we have.
We are your video game best friends. I'm Kelvin.
I'm Nick. This is Afiq.
Afiq's not here.
Okay,
all right.
we'll see you all again soon.
All
okay,
right.
bye everyone.
Goodbye.
Play NextFest. Go find games. Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, shit. I was like, what time you need to send your mom again?